Yo, it's Guido coming at you with a tactics talk. Thanks for tuning in and welcome back on this episode. I'm in my standard B tier 9, top tier in a 5-10 on Redshire. This is an encounter battle, and we're going to talk about games without artillery. Games without artillery. The thing about games without artillery is it really opens up the possibilities for how the game is played. Artillery, by its very nature, shuts down massive portions of the map, especially early on, when there's still lots of eyes around. The number of guns on the map also does the same thing. You do have to be careful, but you can do things like I'm doing here, getting up forward, getting spots, stuffing teams without artillery. I cannot be at this spot here with artillery. If I'm at this spot with artillery, I'm done. I'm able to get in here and start punching faces, cut these guys off. That part of the map is opened up. The T10 goes in. T10 goes in. Now that's foolish. He gets crazy. I don't know if he thought I was doing more than I could or something. I don't know, but he could not be at that spot with artillery. That part of the map is opened up. The way this corner is being fought is completely different because there's no artillery. It's more dynamic. People can be more aggressive. The map is more open. Artillery restricts the game in so many ways. To some extent, TDs do a similar thing, but at least in the case of TDs, they need line of sight. Excuse me. And the T10's learning that because there's a TD back there now in the bushes, which is putting the hurt on the T10. T10's dark. No, he's taking more hits still. Gonna bounce that guy. Put another shot on him. This autoloader, I'm down to the 2 rounds thing, unfortunately. There's that dude. So there's the TD that was sitting in the corner. Put a shot on him. And we win this corner pretty quickly because the other team was very passive as far as sitting back. There was no artillery to punish us as we were taking a more aggressive forward position. And some people say, well, Guido, that's what artillery's for. It's to stop those kind of things from happening. And I counter with, well, why? Why do you want to stop those things from happening? That's a good tank game where you're getting in there, going after each other, using your angles. Basically, it's their fault for not getting up there early. The thing is, they probably didn't even realize it or think about it, right? A lot of people look at the game setup and go, all right, I'm bottom tier, so I'm going to snipe. Or I'm a heavy, so I'm going to where heavies go. It never gets any deeper than that. And sometimes that first strategy decision is everything. That's their strategy and tactical decision. And there's no thinking in there. You can do a game like this, at least what I did, was say, well, there's no artillery. I'm going to get over there on the east side. I'm actually going to take an aggressive forward position, places I know I can't go when artillery's in the game. Start spotting these guys, and we're going to stuff them. And the rest of the team figured it out. Or they had the same idea, depending on their skill. Or maybe the same idea came to them while they watched what was going on. It doesn't really matter. However it came to them, I'd rather that they knew it, but they're able to get in there. And now we're just a very aggressive push into here. This position is dangerous with our artillery as well. I cover up most of the people who are a threat to me. And here comes the Scorpion. He wants a piece. But going up to that top is very difficult. Down goes the Scorpion. And we're at a 8-1. You know, and so I can hear the counter arguments as well right here from people saying, well, you know, 8-1, that's a terrible game. How boring is that? You know, if you had artillery, it wouldn't be that way. Well, yeah, if we had artillery, we'd probably still be playing peekaboo over there, twiddling our thumbs. Now, I don't necessarily like all my games to be 9-2 raffle stomps. Although it is fun if you're farming the crud out of damage like this to some extent, I will admit. But the point is not necessarily that one team is a lot better than the other. Or maybe on some instances just has a lot better RNG, sometimes a little bit of a combination of both of those things. The point is that without artillery in the game, the map is much more open and dynamic. And the fact is, artillery does nothing for the dynamics of the game. This is funny right here. Oh! Down I go. In fact, it just makes the game a big stuffy slog at times, especially when you're seeing 3 artillery and you're over there on the east side hiding behind rocks the whole time. 3,989, 1,600 spotting. A much more dynamic, fluid, fast game. Yes, a raffle stomp. So there are other issues involved. What you can do about that is not a whole bunch, really. Not a whole bunch. This is a one-off as far as a 15-3 game goes, but it's not a one-off as far as not having artillery making the game a much more fluid and dynamic game overall. All right, guys, that's all I got for today. I hope you liked what you saw. I hope you learned something. Tell me how I'm wrong about artillery. I'm sure somebody will. And we will see you.